So I'm sure that for most universities, your module building exercise happens around this period, and for NUS, round 1 begins tomorrow. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you advice on planning for your modules, and this is coming from a year 3 student whom you know when I was in year 1 was very confused like you and made some dumb mistakes. And that is why I'm here, to help you to prevent from making the same mistakes that I did years ago. And if you know of any friends whom you think might find this video to be beneficial to them, please share it with them. So what you should definitely not do, which I see some people making the same mistake as I did also, was to only plan for your year 1 Sem 1 semester. This is because you are not taking into account future possibilities of like, what if you want to take up a second major, a minor, or what if you want to go overseas for exchange. And you're also not sure on when to take which modules that can be SU'd, right? So what you should do instead is to plan out your entire university journey, entire 3 or 4 years, so that it can be more clear on exactly what modules you should take and when you should take them. For NUS students, luckily that the school has already sort of done this for us, where they actually provide us a sample study plan for every faculty, and it tells you what are the core modules that you have to take and what is the recommended time to take them. Even more fortunate if you are from FSS, because they actually provide you with an Excel template which you can just fill in the modules. Right, so if you are from other faculties, if you are lazy to start from scratch, what you can do is actually to go to the FAS website and download the template and just adjust it accordingly to suit your faculty's requirements. I'm not too sure about other universities, but fret not, if your school does not provide such templates, you can always do one on your own in your own Excel sheet. So when you open this template, you will see many tabs for the different paths that you might intend to take. So for example, a single honors or a double major program, or a single honors with a minor program, or maybe like you want to go NOC, etc. Right? So the only thing that I don't like about this template is that they have separated the year 4 section, the honors section, into another tab. So what I will just do is just to drag them down and combine it with the first 3 years so that I can have a holistic view of all 4 years of my university. So the next step is pretty simple. I want you to go to your school's website and check 3 things. So firstly, your school's requirements. I'm sure that every school will require their students to complete some GE modules. And after you have checked that, I want you to type down these core modules somewhere outside the table in the Excel template. Then next, you should check for your faculty's requirements, same thing. Then your major's requirements. And then lastly, your second major or minor requirements if you are in the program already. For those who are not in the program, I want you to think, for the next 4 years, are you super confirmed, triple confirmed that you won't have the slightest intention to take up a minor or second major? If you are not super confirmed, then I would suggest that you always plan your entire university journey that takes into account the possibility of a second major or minor. This is because not all second majors or minors are opened, and some have certain prerequisites that you have to meet, and you can only apply by a certain semester, and usually it's only by semester 4th of your studies. Right, so don't be like me, because I was not very sure like you in year 1, and I didn't account for that. And only when I have finally decided on what second major I want to take, which is after the end of year 1, and then I realized that for the second major I want to take, I have to complete 4 of their modules before the 4th semester of study and apply. And I ended up having to chunk and overlook and do 8 modules in year 2 Sem 1. And you can imagine how tough that was, right? So don't make the same mistake like me. And then the next step is that if you are clear on what second major or minor you intend to take, you should go to the school's website and check how many of both your core major and your second major or minor modules can be double counted, right? So what is double count? Double count means that, right, you can use the same module to fulfill both requirements for your core major and your second major or minor. So it's very important that you check on that so you do not end up taking more modules than you need. For those who are not very sure of what exactly is the second major or minor that you want to take, just leave some space aside for the possibility of taking up a second major or minor in the future. So after you have done writing down all the modules that you are required to take and you are clear of them, what you should do next is to slot them into your schedule. And there are only two main advice that I will give you. Number one, try to take all the modules that can be SU'd in year 1 if possible. This is because in year 1, you are given so many SUs, right? So don't waste them. So for instance, like me, I was pretty dumb because I had to take a math econs module, yet I did not take in year 1 even though I know that I was weak in math. So what happened was that I took it in year 2 instead and ended up having to waste one of my precious remaining SUs for the remaining years of year 2 to year 4. Right, so please try to take all the modules that can be SU in year 1. Number 2, the advice that I will give is that try to overlook in year 1 if possible if you are not sure of what second major or minor you want to take up in future, or if you want to take some other modules to enrich your learning, like for example if you want to take CS 1010 for some reason, please take it in year 1 because again of the year 1 SUs that you have and that you can make use of. So for those who are not sure on what modules to take to fulfill your GE requirements or your major requirements or just for electives, your best friend will be Google already. Like just go to Google and Google CS 1010 module review. Then you will see a lot of good drama happen where a lot of people they will share their opinions on this module. How heavy is the workload? Is the professor good or not? Why they want to kill themselves after taking this module, etc. So hooray, now you have planned your entire university journey and I'm sure that it will be very ahead of most of your peers in uni. Now what you can do next is to plan your timetable for this coming semester. So for this, luckily for us NUS students, they have this website called NUS Timetable where you can just go and add in your modules and they will show you all the timings for this module and you can just plan your timetable accordingly. For other schools, I'm not sure if you have this, but not to worry, you can always plan your own timetable using Excel sheets or any other platforms. For planning timetable, the only advice that I will give is that please check the venues for your lesson, ensure that you have enough time to travel between each lesson. And also if you stay very far from school, you might want to squeeze your lessons such that you minimize the amount of days you go back to school per week so you can save on travel time. So after you have planned out your timetable, it's finally time to register or bid for your modules. And for this next section, it doesn't apply to non-NUS students because for us, we don't need to bid for our modules, we only need to register them. So the advice that I will give you is that if you are deciding between ranking on 2 modules, I will advise you to rank the module that is not for your major as the first choice. This is because for us, if you are choosing a module from your major, NUS already give you priority for that module over other students who are not from the major. So by ranking it this way, it's more likely that you will secure both modules. So I will give you an example. So during that time, I was deciding whether to rank my econs, which is my core major, or my accounting mod as the first choice. And both were equally competitive and oversubscribed. But at the end, I went with ranking accounting as the first choice, followed by econs, right? And I ended up getting both modules. This is because for econs, I'm really their student, it is my major. So they allocated me the mod because I had priority over other students who are not from this major. And I managed to get the accounting mod also because I ranked it as the first choice over other students who maybe did not rank it as the first choice. So next, I'm going to talk about this thing called special semester and design your own module. So what is special sem? It is a semester outside of your regular semesters and typically happens around summer breaks. So during this time, you can choose to take modules that are provided and you have to pay a fee of around $800 or more if I'm not wrong. And if you're a financial aid student at least for the previous year and this year, due to the COVID situation, they actually cover you and allow you to take special semester for free. I'm not sure if that will still be the case for next year. But yeah, the modules that you take during special sem can be counted as credits towards your academics also. And why did I not mention special sem just now? This is because it's not very common for students to take out special sems. And the students who do take out special sems are usually people who want to try to lighten their workload during regular semesters, or people who just want to spend their summer breaks meaningfully and got the money to spend. So next, I want to talk about this thing called edX modules, which I think will be really beneficial for everyone here. So essentially, edX modules are modules which anyone can take for free from other universities. And for example, right now I'm taking a module called CS50, which is a module about Introduction to Computer Science from Harvard University. Right, and at the end of the course, you can choose to pay for the professional certificates. And even if you don't choose to pay for the professional cert, you can still get a free online cert. And for NUS, there's this thing called the Design Your Own module, DYOM, which allows us to transfer credits from these edX modules that we have taken on our own time over to count towards our NUS academics, provided we pay for the professional cert. But not to worry, NUS will reimburse us the money at the end. So essentially, it's just taking another module and counting towards our credits for free in NUS. Not sure for other universities whether you can count these credits over to your schools also, but regardless, you can still take these edX modules for free and enrich your learning and knowledge. And for these modules, they are graded on a pass-fail basis, so don't worry that it will affect your CAP. If you didn't manage to pass the course on your own, then very simple lah. Just don't request your count towards your credits. And yeah, so nothing to worry about. And definitely go try out edX modules and learn something for free and enrich your knowledge. So before I end off, I'm sure some of you might be thinking like, why she talk so much? She never show us how she plan also. Right, so now I'm going to show you how my template looks like. And as you can see, for my year 2 sem 1, I actually had to overload and do 8 modules because of poor planning. And yeah, basically this is how I plan my entire uni. Nothing interesting. I hope you had a good look. And yeah, that is all my advice for module planning and for your university journey in general. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you know of any friends whom you think might benefit from this video, please do them a favor by sharing this video with them. Also, if you want more tips for universities, or if you want to learn to become a better version of yourself, then subscribe to my channel. Also, remember to give this video a thumbs up to help to support this channel. All the best for your uni journey. See you and bye!